Hi everybody and welcome. This is Alessandra Patti from Find Your Way Coaching in Zurich. In this video today, I would like to tell you more about the benefits of assertiveness training and the reasons why all the elements that I'm going to unpack are fundamental and are key for schools, companies, institutions, universities. And I would like then to end the video by reading a little bit on research on the benefits of assertiveness training done in several countries. So let me start by first telling you what assertiveness is. Assertiveness basically is honoring my wants, needs and values and search an appropriate form of their expression in reality. This is my favorite definition by the book of Branden, The 6 Pillars of Self-Esteem. In my training, one of the first elements that I teach is nonviolent communication basics. Basically, this is a communication skill that we can all learn. How to actually communicate nonviolently in response to a perceived aggressiveness. Let's be clear and talk about the elephant in the room. There is aggressiveness in the world, in teams, in companies, and we know that right now is the moment that we actually are going more into the direction of solidarity. Why not using nonviolent communication for that? So explaining a feeling and the need behind a statement of somebody and making a request which is not a demand. Basically how to communicate in a way that creates compromise and win-win solutions for everybody. This is one of the elements, and it's a form of communication that promotes peace and transparency. Which takes me to the mindset. So when I do an assertiveness training combined with coaching to a group or to a university, what I look at is the mindset. Why? Because we can use the communication techniques, but not feeling the assertiveness in us, or maybe not believing in it. But studies have shown, and I'm going to read that in a minute to you, that assertiveness improves mental health in terms of less depression, less stress, and less anxiety. And we need that in times of uncertainties within our companies and universities. We need people to be strong and to connect one another in those moments of uncertainty. And how can you do that if you don't have good mental health at work or in other environments? Which takes me to another element to unpack here, which is feedback. Sometimes the perceived aggressiveness, it's actually feedback gone bad. Basically somebody who is not able to criticize properly. And some other people are also not so able to handle feedback or criticism that is received. The assertiveness training looks into that and how to have a great feedback culture where everybody knows how to give feedback properly at the proper timing and with the great language adjustments and linguistic and correct linguistic patterns. Which takes me to handling conflicts. Handling conflicts is something that is very important when working in teams and in groups. Again, let me repeat, for universities, for companies, because sometimes conflicts, they just arise because of bad communication. And when a person is more prepared when handling conflicts, actually it creates better performance, people who are more focused, who have better self-confidence, they feel in good shape, and generally have a better life. On this purpose, I would like to show you and read it to you, the research, because you know how I love finding articles that actually back up my convictions. So this is a study that was done by a university in Iran. I'm going to show it to you, the Department of Health Education and Health Promotion, School of Health, Isfahan University of Medical Sciences in Iran, which says the results of the current study show that assertiveness training program reduces stress, anxiety, and depression among high school students. So here's the school. Then Harvard Business Review, October 2018, says 32% less turnover if employees were put in conditions to speak freely. Then we have the Academic Medical Center, Mayo Clinic of Minnesota, which says the following: being assertive can help you control stress and anger and improve coping skills. It can boost your self-esteem and earn others' respect. So I think that this is already everything that I wanted to tell you about the effectiveness of assertiveness training in your organization, and contact me for more information. Meanwhile, stay assertive. So, and now I would like to talk about one myth that I would like to break immediately. So, talking about the assertiveness training in companies or in institutions, I have been told that there is a risk that people would think, especially managers, would think that an assertive employee equals a rebel employee. Meaning, once I become more assertive, I start a revolution and I start actually challenging everything and saying no to my boss. Hey, but listen to this. Challenging everything, meaning challenging the status quo, and say no to my boss, to my manager. What is there to be scared about? If somebody says no to you, maybe is coming up with a better proposal for something, or a creative idea that is going to make the company be even better. And what if actually there is a challenging of the status? That's where also creativity and new things take place. So I would like to completely destroy this myth that you create a rebel person that goes like drunk driving. Not at all. So that's a metaphor, of course. You educate actually a person in having more self-respect. Therefore, immense respect for others, who could be the team member and anyone in the environment, and you give them a happier life, which means they're going to be more loyal. Because if I am happy in a company, and this has been shown in 1,000 studies everywhere, then I tend to engage more with what I do every day. I tend to go to work happy. Therefore, I'm more loyal to my employee, to my employer than ever. So actually, assertiveness training is a training to keep people in, to make them assertive, non-violent human beings, confident people, and people with better mental health. So I think we can only see the benefits here. I hope that's clear. Have a wonderful day. Stay assertive.